Starting in our work chairs. You're probably ready to get up and out of them, but I want to give you a handful of stretches that are so good to do even when you're still sitting. So the first one is sit all the way back, lean back in that chair, and then we're going to take our arms straight up, sort of parallel to those ears. And depending on the height of the back of your chair, just reach those arms beside the ears as far back as your shoulders will allow. And if it's comfortable, let your head drop all the way back. And think of arching your back off the chair just a little bit. Don't exaggerate it. Breathe, breathe. And then bring those arms down. So it's just kind of opening the chest and shoulders. Inhale. Lean back, big inhale, and exhale, bring those arms down. One more time. So you're lengthening up the front of the body. I hope you feel that. And release. And what you'll see is I will be repeating these 3 times for most of the stretches, because by the 3rd repetition, the muscles are trusting us and will kind of lengthen a little longer. So now we're a little bit closer to the edge of the chair, and just sit up as tall as you can. Think of that nice cord coming right out of the top of the head. So we're nice and tall, shoulders are relaxed down away from the ears. Take your forearm to the arm of the chair, and then the other arm comes up and gently over. So that first stretch, I want you to go easy does it, just to see how the body feels with it today. And then let's switch to the other side. And just feel from the hip up to the armpit, the sort of the lengthening of the side body. Let's do it again. Never hold your breath. And this arm is long. A lot of times we don't realize we have a crook in the elbow, but if you get that arm long, it helps with the stretch. Other side. Getting the spine moving in a side-to-side motion. And last time, and you don't want the shoulder down, think of pulling that shoulder back a little bit. Other side. And I'm letting my head drop, so let the tension out of the side of the neck. Twisting, this is hands down my favorite chair stretch. Hand on opposite thigh, this hand on the back of the arm of the chair. Sit up tall first, and then help yourself gently twist. Never go too hard, just go gently to the edge of that stretch. And in this one, include your head. Look around as far as you can, and even look around as far as you can with your eyeballs. And hold it here, but don't hold your breath. Keep breathing. And release. And that feel good? You might even hear some cracks. That's some good adjustment. And again, go as far around as you can gently and hold the stretch, but keep breathing. And switch. Inhale before you twist. Exhale as you twist. And release. And twist. And release. Now this 3rd time, maybe you go a little farther. Maybe you assist yourself a little bit more. And release. Last side. And release. Ooh, that should feel pretty good. So we're twisting the spine. Another way to twist the spine, feet solid under you, forearm on the thigh. This arm is long beside you. I mean, you can place your hand on your other knee here. And we're pulling this arm, reaching it up, turning the body with it and looking up. Just a gentle way to stretch and to twist. And then come on down, switch. One side might be easier to do and stretch than the other. We're all a little bit lopsided. Let's do it again. Because we have a dominant side, don't we? So we tend to work or use one side more than the other, and you feel that imbalance when you stretch both sides. Last time. So feel it in even the armpit down the rib cage into the hip. Let your head be heavy. So there we've done the nice spinal twists, and the feet are slightly apart. This is another one of my favorites. I'll turn sideways, chin to chest. So let that heavy head kind of stretch the back of the neck, and then reach down in between to the floor. Some of you may not want to go all the way down. Forearms on the thighs work. Otherwise, reach down, open the feet far enough, and then please, everybody, drop your head so you're really getting relaxation. And this is a beautiful stretch for your low back and hips. And roll it up. That feel good? Chin to chest, kind of roll it down. And you can stay down here as long as you want when you're doing it on your own. Come on up. Gives that low back such a nice relieving stretch. Third time. And come on up. Love it. And now, some of you may not be able to cross an ankle on your knee. That's okay. If you can, we're starting like this. If you can't, extend that lower leg and just cross your ankle on the shin somewhere. The important part of this stretch is this knee a little bit out to the side. We're opening up through the hip, okay? So you can hang on and tip forward. If you're able, this might be enough of a stretch just as it is. Gently press that knee open. And then if you have a little bit more range of motion, woo, lean forward. That is a very deep stretch for the hip. And come up out of it. Inhale. Exhale. You always want to go to that edge of the irritation of the stretch, but never the pain. If there's pain, back off. Don't do the stretch. Third time, so good for those tight hips. And up, uncross. You choose, is it this or is it this? Matters not. And hinge forward if there's a little more room, wiggle room. Come on up. My forearm is gently pressing my knee out a little bit more. Feel it deep in that hip, huh? There you go. And then the last stretch in the chair, please hang on. I don't want you to fall off. We're up at the edge. We're going to take one foot back behind, and the top of the foot is facing the floor. What's great about a working desk chair is that it pivots, right? It swivels. So swivel it a little bit, and that'll help lengthen the hip flexor. So this is just sort of, and sit to the edge so you get that nice lengthened stretch. If you want more, here are the arms of the chair again. You lean back. Woo! And that gets deeper in the quadricep and in the hip flexor. From sitting so long, we need to lengthen this out. Come on up. How about that? Twist. Top of the foot. This might be enough. One little more. Lean back. And come up out of it. So those are some really good stretches you can use without even getting up out of your chair, but now we are. So get that gone. Welcome to standing. I always like to just shake out legs and arms. That in and of itself is good to get the blood flow. And so start with some shoulder rolls while we're standing. Inhale, exhale. And again. Yeah, nice. And now let's just take one arm, and you can see I'm crossing it in front of me, up and twisting and trying to get my arm as far behind me as I can. So huge range of motion for that shoulder. Now the other side. Nice. Gentle. This is so good. Just big old circles with the arms to help those shoulders release. And then what we're going to do is stand with the arms long, palms forward, reach back as far as you can reach. So you can feel what we're doing, right? The front of the shoulder, opening the chest, arms a little higher, reach back. Shoulder height, reach back, open the chest. This is undoing what we do at the desk too long, oftentimes slumping forward. So we're undoing that. And then the last one is right up beside the ears, palms forward like we did in the chair. Reach up. While the hands are up here, clasp them. Reach those palms up to the ceiling, and then round the upper back, press those palms out. Your knees are soft, drop your chin to your chest. And then look, reach up, maybe slightly back, you don't have to. Exhale, round it forward again. Inhale up. Exhale forward. And inhale up. Now release those hands. You're going to grab a wrist. It doesn't matter which one. And pull that wrist over. So another side stretch. So I'm going to give you 3 variations. Here's one. Take the other wrist. Long arm. Notice where you feel it. Come on up. Do it again, but this time, hand on hip. So you're kind of pushing those hips in the opposite direction as that arm goes over your head. And remember, long arm, shoulder back. Other side. And push the hips to the side. Let your head be heavy. Next one, what I want you to do is take a foot behind. So feel solid in this position, and then that arm comes up, the hips go out and over again. So this just adds a little bit more of the side body in it, into your hips. And release, but get the feet first. Cross behind, soften the knees, feel solid in both feet, and then side stretch. And release, good. And just do a gentle twist up here. We did twisting in the chair, this just feels good. And then anybody who's taken yoga, hands on the thighs, usually we're down on the floor for this, but flat back to start, my elbows are bent. Round the back, tuck the hips under, drop the chin to the chest, and really feel that rounding of the back. And then bend those elbows as you drop your belly and your chest down. Look up, and your tailbone, think of your tailbone as going up the back wall. Let's round through cat. Exhale. Inhale, cow. Exhale and round. Inhale and sway one more time. Ooh, so good for the spine. And now we come all the way up. Roll those shoulders back. Should feel good. Feet are hip distance. We're going to lift the arms overhead. And then I like to just drip the wrist and hand down, arms down, chin to chest, and we're going forward into a forward fold. Now, if you're really tight here, you can support with your arms on the thighs, drop your head. Make sure your knees are bent, everybody.
Drop, let those arms hang long. To come up, you can place your hands on your thighs and roll it up, shoulder roll at the bottom. Inhale those arms up. Exhale, drip it down, forward fold. So this is a much bigger stretch for the whole back of the body when we're standing. Come on up. Move shoulders back. One more time. Inhale up. Exhale, drip it down. And when you're down here, if you want to grab either elbow and just do a little sway side to side. And then help yourself all the way up. Ah, yes. And now the feet are going to go nice and wide. It's the same forward fold, but it's called a straddle stretch. And you'll feel it a little bit differently in the hips and maybe the inner thighs. So once again, soft knees, let yourself round down. I'll turn sideways, kind of helps, I think. Drop. Knees are soft. And if you want, take your opposite hand and reach that opposite foot. This hand here or up so you get a nice little stretch. Twist. And down to the center. Reach to the opposite foot. Arm goes up. And center. Everybody, hands to the thighs. Roll it up. Roll it back. So from here, we're going to take advantage of the wide leg. Turn on the feet. And get your balance. Lift your back heel. Bend both knees a little bit equally. And I put my hand on my hip just to emphasize pushing that hip forward. Here's our hip flexor stretch. You can hold it like this or turn forward. You have the option of bringing that arm up of the same side of your back leg and reach it back like we did in the chair. So this is a whole front of the body stretch. Bring it up. Try this one. Over to the side. And up. Nice job. We're here. What we're going to do is hands to the front thigh. Straighten that back leg now. Pressing the heel to the floor. Feel it in the calf. And breathe. Come up. Step about halfway in. Shift your weight to your back leg. Hands on that back thigh. Then when you pull your front toes up, hello hamstring. And if you want, you can get a little extra stretch that way. Toe down, bend that front knee and come on up. Nice and wide. Let's revisit that straddle stretch. Just hang it. Hands to the thighs, roll it up. I love that one. That always feels good to me. Take your time. Find your balance on this side. Back heel is lifted. Both knees soft. Hip flexor stretch. Open the chest. And again, do you want to add the arm right beside the ear? Reach back. Or maybe over to the side. And then hands to the front thigh, straighten out that back leg and get a good stretch in the calf. Bring that back leg in, shift, front toe up, hands on the back thigh, maybe a toe pull. Toe goes down, come on up, roll it down. There you go. That is a series of standing stretches. And now if you're prepared to come down to the floor with me, that's where we will spend the rest of our time. So it helps to have a towel, of course, or a mat. And what we'll do, just make your way down as comfortably as you can. If you want to take your shoes off, you can. We're going to start kneeling just for a moment. If your knees don't like this, then go ahead and just have a seat. But what we're going to do is take one foot out. See how my foot is farther out than my knee? It's not under it. Step that a little farther. Hands on that front thigh, and then ease those hips down, just to where you feel that stretch. Don't go too far. Then hands are on either side of that front foot. Draw your hips back as this front leg starts to straighten, and you'll feel where you need to stop. So here's our hamstring we're addressing. Let's go between the two. Gentle lunge forward, hands stay on the floor now. Hips back. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Now while we're here, take that hand and bring it to the inside of the foot. Hips come back so you can draw your other foot back a little bit easier and come up to kneeling. And now we get the other foot out there. Hand on that thigh. Not too far. Another way to stretch our hip flexors. Hands go down. Draw the hips back. And let's gently go between the two. And let's hold this lunge here. Take this hand in the inside of that foot. Pull this foot back. The knees go wide, the feet touch. If your knees allow you, drop your hips back to your feet. If not, you can stay up. We want to reach our arms as far forward as possible. And this is called child's pose. It's a great stretch for your hips and low back. And it's a good resting pose if it's comfortable for you. Now, when you're here, walk your hands to one side. Just kind of walk them over. I'm to the edge of my mat, and just let your chest drop down. It's a great stretch under the lats. And then walk your hands back to center. Walk them to the other side of the mat. Feel that stretch down the side of your body. Bring it up. Come all the way up, come all the way up, come all the way up. Now we get to sit. Way we're going to sit first is one leg in. This is my right leg in. You can mirror me or do your right leg, and the other is out. So inner thigh stretch. If your knee is not comfortable here, you can sit with that leg forward. But what we're going to do is tip forward just a little bit, keeping this hip to the floor. So just feel it where you feel it. Wherever it is you're tight, you'll feel the stretch, and that's the perfect thing. Just a little hinge forward. Last one. And now, hold on to that leg. Yes, it's another side stretch. Go as far as it feels good to you. And breathe. Head heavy. Feel that? Just hold. But don't hold the breath. And up. Good. Let's switch. And again, this might be enough of a stretch, and you can support with your hands behind. If you have a little more You can just come forward, just a little tilt will get your inner thigh stretching more. You'll feel it in their hips. Come on up. Exhale. And last time. And then take this arm over and we're going to hold this. Let your head drop. Remember, don't let your shoulder round to the front of the face. Draw that shoulder back. Let your head just be heavy. Lengthening the arm. That adds to the stretch. Ah. Good job. Come on up. And now you know we have to do a straddle stretch seated. Feels a whole lot different than standing. If you're very stiff here, please support with your hands behind, so you're really pushing into your hands. And if there's a little bit of a tip forward you can do, great. If not, just hold it where you feel that stretch and breathe. Oxygen to those tight muscles. Come straight. Exhale, little bit of a hinge. If you have that flexibility and want to come a little farther, your hands can come in front. So you pick what works for your body. And up. Last time. And up. Shake those legs as you bring them forward. This is called staff pose. And if you're tight in the hips, you're going to round back. So again, hands behind you to support. Pull your toes back. This may be enough of a stretch as it is. Just sitting up like this, you might really feel it. If you have a little more give, then I'm pushing my torso forward. If you have a little more give, you can reach down those legs. It's okay to round your back. Ooh, that is a deep, deep stretch for those hamstrings, isn't it? And then we'll end our practice. The way I begin a lot of my yoga classes is in an easy pose. So that can look different on everybody. Just get in a seated pose that's comfortable. Okay, we're here. Let's come forward. All of the ways we've moved side. Other side. So you should have a nice long torso after this. And then the twist. All the ways the spine can move. And switch. And if you are cross-legged, switch so that the other leg is in front. You'll be surprised as we do those moves, those stretches, might feel a lot different. Breathing into those hips. And then our side stretches. So the spine is getting beautifully manipulated in all the ways it can move. All that oxygen and blood getting up into your brain. You'll be so alert and focused and smarter this afternoon. Or if you're doing it at night, you'll be relaxed and ready to wind down. It works both ways. And release. Let's finish our practice with a couple of shoulder rolls. A nice deep breath in. If you want, you can bring your hands to heart center, because this is a time to honor yourself for doing this practice and doing good things for your body. And for me to honor you, thank you for being here. Namaste.